Hello friend, how are you? I am Advocate Gaurav Kumar Gupta. I am MBA Finance and Chartered Accountant and PhD holder. My project Derivative Market Future Trend Analysis. आज जो हम टॉपिक डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस ऑफ इंडिया से रिलेटेड है। जो पिछले वीडियो में दो वीडियो हमने बनाया था, इस तीसरा वीडियो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया पे आज बनाने जा रहे हैं। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आर्टिकल 1 को हम आज डिस्कस कर रहे हैं। आर्टिकल 1 से लेकर आर्टिकल 4 तक हमें यूनियन और टेरिटरी के बारे में बताता है। यूनियन पार्ट 1 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कंप्राइजिंग आर्टिकल 1 to 4 प्रोवाइड्स ए सेल्फ कंटेंट मैकेनिज्म्स फॉर effecting change in the constitutions of a state of union territory of the Union of India by a simple majority and by ordinary legislative process. Parliament may form a new state or alter the boundary etc. of existing states and thereby change the political map of India. अब आइए आर्टिकल 1 इंडिया ए यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट इट्स टेरिटरी। आर्टिकल 1 क्लॉज 1 हमें यह बताता है डिक्लेयर्स दैट इंडिया दैट इज भारत shall be union of state. The expression union indicates that the Indian Federation is not the result of an agreement between the units is constitute of and the component units have no freedoms and ceded from the union so create. Article 1 clause 2 and 3 at the commencement of the constitution, जब हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस का प्रारंभ करते हैं, the Union of India comprised of state which were classified into 3 categories, part A, B and C. Beside there were certain territories specified in part D of the first schedule of the constitution, namely the Andaman and Nicobar Island. This classification was abolished by the State Recognitions Act 1956, which reduced their categories in two only, namely the states and the union territory. The act placed part A state and part B states on the same footing with the districts and part C. States were classified a union territory. The category of territory in part D was also replaced by union territory. The Constitution 7th Amendment Act 1956 gave effect to the scheme of state recognition and fundamental change, both in the nomenclature and the description of the constitution units were made. These changes were made on the recommendation of the first State Recognitions Commission 1956, headed by a Justice Fazal Ali. After the commencement of Constitution 7th Amendment Act 1956, the territory of India comprises of the following: the territory of state. The union territory specified in the first schedule, and such the territory may be acquired. The state and the union territory and their respective territory as specified in the first schedule. There are the present 29 states and 7 union territory in the Union of India. अब आइए डिफरेंस इन स्टेटस ऑन द स्टेट एंड यूनियन टेरिटरी। स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरी के स्टेटस में क्या डिफरेंस है, इसके बारे में हम आज जिक्र कर रहे हैं। आफ्टर द कमेंसमेंट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, जब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशंस का प्रारंभ के बाद 7th अमेंडमेंट एक्ट 1956, देयर इज नो डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन द स्टेट इंटर-सी. All the states except the state of Jammu and Kashmir are placed on the same footing. All the provision of the constitution relating to the state are applicable to each state alike. From state of Jammu and Kashmir, special provisions are maintained for the administrations of the states and tribal area. Though territory include within the state, separate and self-contained provisions are incorporated under Article 244, read, which schedule the 5th and 6th. Therefore, the provisions contained in Part 4, Part 6 relating to the state not applicable to the area. The Union territory are governed according to the provisions contained in Parts 8 of the Constitution. The territory are centrally administered area governed by the President of India through administrators appointed by him. However, इस प्रकार the Parliament is vested with power to regulate by law the matter relating to governance of the territories. Territory as may be acquired, acquisition of foreign territory, Article 1 Clause 3 or C. Article 1 Clause 3 and C provides that beside the territory of states and the Union territory specified in the first schedule to the Constitution, the territory of India shall include such other territory as may be acquired by the government of India at any time. Article 1(3) Clause C does not expressly confer means क्या होता है, प्रदत्त करना, power on the government of India to acquire new territories, but in the inherent right of sovereign state to acquire of foreign territory, and no parliamentary legislation is required for this purpose. This clause merely means क्या होता है, केवल states that a new territory which may be acquired by government of India shall be automatically absorbed associated into territory of India. State of Jammu and Kashmir no vesting of sovereignty. State of Jammu and Kashmir have no vesting of sovereignty outside the Constitution of India and its own constitutions, which is subordinate to the constitutions of India. It is not sovereign in the serve of the resident, constituting a separate and distinct class in themselves. The cessions of individual states to the dominion of India. The accession of Indian state to the dominion of India did not extend use to those states as entities. They only become part of dominion of India constituent state along with the provinces of erstwhile British India. It cannot be held that the entities of the state that acceded to the dominion of India were totally wipe out. Wipe out means क्या हो गया, समाप्त कर देना. ये फ्रेज वर्ड है, वाइप आउट. आर्टिकल 2 एडमिशंस और एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ न्यू स्टेट्स. आर्टिकल 2 हमें बताता है कैसे हम एडमिशन करेंगे, एस्टेब्लिश मीन्स नया स्टेट्स का, नई राज्य की स्थापना कैसे करेंगे, उसका एडमिशन कैसे करेंगे, यह कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया में आर्टिकल 2 हमें जिक्र करता है. आर्टिकल 2 प्रोवाइड्स क्या करता है, पार्लियामेंट में बाय लॉ एडमिट इनटू द यूनियन एस्टेब्लिश न्यू स्टेट ऑन सच टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन ऑफ थिंक विट मीन्स जैसा समझे. द एक्सप्रेशन admit refer to the admissions of a state already in existing as a state duly organized political community. The term established refer to the creation of a state where not not excited before in the Barbary case AIR 1960 Supreme Court 844. A new state may be admitted into the union any of following ways. An inferior category, such a union territory, for instance, Himachal Pradesh was earlier a union territory, but now it was promoted to full-fledged state by the State Himachal Pradesh Act 1970. A foreign territory acquired by India may be made state and admitted into the union. A territory separate from an existing state recognized into a full state. Recently happened in the case of Telangana. Telangana was a part of the state of Andhra Pradesh. It was truncated from AP and was constituted as a fully fledged state under the Andhra Pradesh Recognitions Act 1940. However, इस पर Article 2 deals with the admission. Article 2 क्या deals with the admission? It is a new state which may be formed of the foreign territory. Article 2 does not refer to territories forming part of the existing assets, जो existing assets states हो. उसके बाद आते हैं एग्जिस्टिंग एसेट्स के स्टेट्स के बाद आर्टिकल 3A हमें डील करता है फॉर्मेशन ऑफ न्यू स्टेट का फॉर्मेशन किया जाता है. आर्टिकल 3 हमें यह बताता है. आर्टिकल 3 इम्पावर्स द पार्लियामेंट टू फॉर्म न्यू स्टेट बाय लॉ, जो कानून द्वारा यह न्यू स्टेट फॉर्म किया जाता है पार्लियामेंट. इट मे डू सो बाय एनी ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मोड्स. पहला by separation of territory from any states, by separation from any states. दूसरा पॉइंट by uniting to a more states. तीसरा पॉइंट by uniting any territory to a part of any states. While Article 2 relates to admission, establishment of new states while are no part of the union. Article 3 provides for the formation of change in the existing states, including union territories. It is important to note that foreign territory which become part of India and on acquisition, either be admitted into union. दूसरा point constitute into new state union under Article 2, merge into a existing state under Article 3A, 3B and form into a union territory. The constitutions of India does not guarantee the territorial integrity of any state of the union. In the Barbary case, clause C of Article 3, Parliament may even cut away the entire area of the state of the new state. When a new state is formed by uniting two or more states, the state cannot uniting in some matter and not to unit in respect of other matter. Clause D and E of Article 3 deals with alteration of the boundary, the name respectively and existing state. Parliament under this article can also increase or decrease the area of any state, alter the boundaries, change the name of any state. Article 3 deals with formation of new state of the territory of the existing state. The Indian Constitutions empower the Parliament to alter the territory name etc. of the state without their concurrence. It can form new states and can alter the area boundary or name boundaries या name of the existing states by a law passed by simple majority. आर्टिकल 3 हमें इन री बर्बरी यूनियन ऑफ exchange of in Cleaver, it was absorbed that Article 3 did not refer to Union territory. The provides from this omission the Constitution's 18th Amendment and Act 1996 inserted the explanation in Article 1 and Article 3. The explanation makes clear that the term state is clause A to B of Article 3 includes a union territory. Cession of Indian territory to foreign country. Under Article 3C, Parliament may by law increase, diminish the area of any state. The diminutions of the area of any states may occur where a part of the state is taken out and added to another state. Parliament has been empowered to cut away the entire area of a state from the new state, increase area of any state. Article 3B, alteration of area and boundary of name या states. उसके बाद था law made under Article 2 and 3 to provide for supplemental, incidental and consequential matter. Article 4 हमें डील करता है. Article 4 हमें यह बताता है enables the Parliament to make laws referred into the article providing for amendment of the first and the fourth schedule for making supplemental, incidental and consequential provides. Clause 2 of Article 4 expressly provide that law relevant to Article 2 and Article 3 do not amount to constitution amendment for the purpose of Article 368 in the result. Such laws may be passed by the Parliament simple majority procedure without going through the special majority procedure prescribed by Article 368. Article 4 deals with supplemental matters. Article 4 Clause 1 direct of the Parliament in case it makes a law under Article 2, Article 3 M2 include the therein necessary provisions for the amendment of the first both schedule of the Constitution. The first schedule specify the number of states which are number of the Union, the respective territory. The fourth schedule specify the number of seats to which each state is entitled to the Council of State. Article 4 Clause 2 said that laws relatable to Article 2 and 3 do not amount to constitutional amendment for the purpose of Article 368. Thus, इस प्रकार such laws may be passed by the Parliament by simple majority procedures subject to the requirement laid down by provisions to Article 3 and without going through the special majority procedure prescribed by Article 368. Cession of territory to a foreign state. The power given to Parliament to recognize a state cannot be available by it code may Indian territory to foreign country. This was held so the advisory opinion below the mentioned cases. डिफिनेशन ऑफ स्टेट आर्टिकल हमें 12 डील करता है. स्टेट का क्या डिफिनेशन है वो हमें आर्टिकल 12 बताता है. अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 12 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, द टर्म स्टेट डिवोट्स द यूनियन एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, द पार्लियामेंट, स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर, ऑल लोकल अदर अथॉरिटी विदिन द टेरिटरी ऑफ इंडिया under control of Indian government. Article 12 gives the inclusive definition. The state so define a state include स्टेट में इंक्लूड द गवर्नमेंट एंड पार्लियामेंट ऑफ इंडिया, भारत का पार्लियामेंट और गवर्नमेंट, द गवर्नमेंट एंड द लेजिस्लेचर ऑफ ईच ऑफ द स्टेट, all local other authority within the territory of India, all local other authority under the control government of India. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करेंगे अंडरस्टैंडिंग द मीनिंग ऑफ स्टेट अंडर द आर्टिकल 2 वर्ड का एक्सप्लेन करेंगे। फिर अदर द ऑथोरिटीज मीन्स एंड इंक्लूड्स कौन से है, द मेजोरिटी ऑफ द जज इन द केस हेल्ड दैट, टेस्ट to determine whether a body is an agency or instrumentally of the state. The test formulated in above case all follow. उसके बाद other the authority include in the term state under the part 3 the Constitution of India. उसके बाद judiciary include in the world स्टेट अंडर द आर्टिकल 12। किस प्रकार से जुडिशरी को हम शामिल करते हैं वर्ल्ड स्टेट। आर्टिकल 13 में बताता है लॉ इनकंसिस्टेंट विथ और इन डिरोगेशन ऑफ द फंडामेंटल राइट, फंडामेंटल राइट का कैसा हम डिरोगेशन करते हैं उसके बारे में हम आपको आर्टिकल 3 में जिक्र करेंगे। फंडामेंटल राइट आर प्रोस्पेक्टिव इन नेचर, किस प्रकार से फंडामेंटल राइट हमारा प्रोस्पेक्टिव नेचर का होता है। उसके बाद आगे टू द इफेक्ट क्लॉज ऑफ आर्टिकल 30 प्रोवाइड्स ऑल लॉज इन फोर्स इन द टेरिटरी ऑफ इंडिया इमीडिएटली बिफोर द कमेंसमेंट ऑफ दिस इंस्टीट्यूशंस इन सो फार एज दे आर इनकंसिस्टेंट विथ प्रोविजंस दिस पार्ट सेल टू द एक्सटेंट ऑफ द इनकंसिस्टेंसी। उसके बाद है इन अप्लाई द रूल embodied in clause the following principle of interpretation should be noted, not retrospective effect। उसके बाद प्रोस्पेक्टिव इफेक्ट को बताएंगे। रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव इफेक्ट होता क्या है, प्रोस्पेक्टिव क्या है। द फर्स्ट फंडामेंटल राइट सिक्योर टू द पीपुल ऑफ इंडिया द राइट टू इक्वालिटी इट कंटेन द आर्टिकल 40 से 18 हमें डील करेंगे। आर्टिकल 14 से 18 हमें राइट टू इक्वालिटी के बारे में हमें बताता है। प्रोफेसर DC गेव देयर द मीनिंग ऑफ द रूल ऑफ लॉ। रूल ऑफ लॉ क्या होते हैं उसके बारे में आर्टिकल हमें बताते हैं 14। अगले वीडियो में हम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया को हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों में एक्सप्लेन करें। डेट्स ऑल।